Hey again, so this is part two of the first Ask Me question that came from Carolyn and several other YouTube viewers and blog readers who have asked me this over the years. So part one, I will link to it. Part one was talking about how do you know when it's time to start wearing a topper. So this is part two, and this is once you are wearing a topper, how do you know when it's time to transition to wearing a wig? So much like what I talked about in the first video about starting to wear toppers, for me, it's going to come down to, again, what's up top and what's below. So toppers right now, I have androgenetic alopecia. So most of us have this little strip of bio hair right up front that's still in pretty good condition. So that's what I use to integrate my toppers. You know, I use a little bit of bio hair up front. You can see it here. That's mine. This is mine right up front as well. See that? This is the topper. This is mine. So that helps to conceal the topper's rim. So over time, as that says sayonara to me, because that is going to decrease in quality over time, I'm going to start thinking about wigs a little bit more seriously in terms of day-to-day wear. So I do wear them sometimes on the weekends. I obviously do reviews and videos on them because they're fun, but I don't wear them for day-to-day. Sometimes I might take them on like a vacation and I'll wear that every single day, but you know, I'm really wearing toppers 99% of the time. So once this front and these sides start to fail a little bit more, I'm gonna start considering wigs for my daily wear. So that's really the first thing that many women think about when they start thinking about transitioning. And then same if they have very advanced hair loss, maybe it's too advanced for most toppers and they decide for ease they're going to start wearing a wig right away. A lot of time it comes down to how and if they can integrate that front hairline. The other consideration really that when it comes to wearing wigs is also an integration thing, but that's the hair that's on the bottom. So you can't tell now because I have my hair up. It's my little weekend do, although I do wear it like this throughout the week as well. But obviously with a topper, the hair piece is on top and your natural biological hair is down below. So right now for me, I still have hair down below and it works. My hair actually grows. A lot of women have trouble with it growing past a certain point, and that's when actually they start to think about wigs a little bit more. You know, whereas in the past you were able to grow your hair, a lot of people have natural stopping points, but basically, you know, as long as you want. When your hair was in its good old days, a lot of women, once hair loss occurs, sorry, you see my chickens in the background, the hair stops much shorter than it used to. So I have a couple of friends who used to have really long hair, but now it can't really grow past about here. Once it hits this point, it starts to break off. It's much more fragile. And you know, much like you might have an integration problem up top, you can also have that on the bottom. Because if your hair is really short and really wispy, you generally might have to go with a shorter topper. The long ones, it's not going to blend very well. And over time, as your hair gets worse, that makes it a little bit more difficult to find a great topper. Some of the more full toppers, the one that I wear, Top Secret, is very large. John Renault in particular also has a huge topper. I think it's like a 9x10 or a 10x10 called Top Full. That's a human hair one. It's considered a topper, but it's basically like a wig because it comes all the way around. So you can still probably get away with a very large topper if your hair has started to degrade quite a bit underneath. But many women at that point, that's where they start thinking that, you know, it's getting difficult up top here to integrate, it's getting difficult down here to integrate. I might as well put it up completely underneath a wig and use the wig to have, you know, to present my hair in full each day. So those are the things that I'm going to be considering go forward. I will definitely be in wigs full time at some point. I think I still have, you know, a few years left with toppers. But yeah, eventually, as my hair starts to especially go up front here and I don't have a lot to integrate, I'm gonna have to, you know, move towards wigs, particularly lace front wigs, to, you know, recreate that hairline, because mine is going bye-bye at some point for sure. So those are my two main considerations. There might be others, But Carolyn, hope that helps you. It sounds like from what you were saying to me, you still have quite a road before you get there, but it's always good to do as much research as you can and be prepared, because I think most of us got to this point without realizing that it would ever really happen. So the more that you can research and know ahead of that next step, the more comfortable you're going to feel with it. Okay? If anyone has any questions for me, I am going to be running an Ask Me video series, mostly video, probably all video, haven't decided yet. But if you have any questions that you would like me to cover, you can place them in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe so that you get that notification when the video comes out, or you can hop on over to my blog, CornerOfHopeAndMane.com, and shoot me a note, and I will cover it at some point. Okay? Any questions, let me know.